Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my right, from Hollywood, California, weighing in at 135 pounds, Tony Trouser.
What was that? No.
And his opponent, from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, feature presentation, Jay Garland.
Welcome to IZW Impulse. I'm your host, Greg DeMarco, joined at this time by James Tiberius O'Sullivan. JT, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Very well, JT. We've got a huge show in store for this week. Kicking things off, we've got the feature presentation, Jay Garland, one-on-one with Tony Trouser in a semi-final match for the right to compete in the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament, Saturday, January 5th at the Broadway Recreation Center. JT, this week we also have the last of the semifinal matches between Mike G and AJ Summers. Of course, the winner of that one will join the winner of this and Antonio Maestre in the finals. And in our main event, the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, defends the IZW World Heavyweight Championship against one half of the IZW Tag Team Champions, the 602 Wrecking Crew, Jacob the Riot Herzberg.
That'll be a hell of a match because there's two amateur wrestlers right there going at it against each other, so that should be a very, very exciting contest coming up.
Both men bringing a lot of amateur skills in tonight's main event. And of course, it's all going to lead us to January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center, the Unification Show. We're going to unify all the belts from RPW and IZW, as well as feature the finals of the IZW Invitational Tournament. And now we go. We've got Jay swinging wildly at Tony Trouser. Tony, divorce cord on the arm. Tony needs to follow up and stay on Jay to win this match.
The key for Tony Trouser is he is the less experienced man in this match. Tony Trouser has only been wrestling since March when he did the invitational for IZW, and his opponent was actually Jake the Riot, and he actually defeated Jake the Riot Herzberg in that match. And so Tony Trouser has got a few months' experience over here, while Jay Garland's got a couple years' experience. He's more of the seasoned wrestler here in this match, so it should be interesting to see how these two will play out.
Yep, Jay Garland, definitely the seasoned veteran compared to Tony Trouser. Tony, of course, did win that big match in the Impact Zone Idol to get his spot on the roster and come a long way, already competing for a shot at the finals. Of course, I had an opportunity to interview Tony Trouser, as you saw last week on IZW Impulse. Huge personality to follow up with his wrestling skills, and we can see if he can get his breakthrough win on his way to the finals.
And a win over Jay Garland would be a pretty impressive victory to have under his belt.
Yep, Jay Garland, of course, with his skills, he goes for the cover, 2 count only. And a win over Jay Garland is now impressive for anybody as a feature presentation making his way up the roster. Did already hold the IZW Tag Team titles with Triple X Lawrence Tyler in the JX Express, trying to go it alone now, climb his way up and get a shot at the Hawaiian Lions belt.
Of course, Tony Trouser's never seen tag team action, maybe a little bit, but no real tag team action right there.
No, Tony Trouser really trying to make his way in singles competition. Sometimes you get a personality so big, you just can't share the spotlight with your partner. Another 2 count for Jay, getting a little frustrated. Jay sees the light at the end of the tunnel and wants that spot in the tournament finals. Really wants to climb his way up the card and show everyone that he can be the top of the class here in IZW. Now look to the corner by Jay. Oh, big elbow by Tony Trouser. Needs to follow up as he hops up to the second rope. Big drop kick off the second turnbuckle. Tony Trouser gaining some momentum against Jay Garland. 2 count only.
He needs to go for that cover. I don't think that was a little bit of a sloppy cover right there by Tony Trouser.
A little bit of a sloppy cover, showing his inexperience. But every time he's out there, he gains more experience. Already, it's hard to imagine that a guy with less than 1 year experience already going for a spot in the finals of a big tournament such as the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational. Now just trying to wear down Jay with the front chancery. Jay working his way up. The crowd's getting behind Jay Garland this one. Both men big favorites of the crowd in this contest, which you don't always see in one-on-one matches. Huge sunset flip, almost missed the guy completely.
That's only 2.
Only two. They were near the ropes, too.
Two different demographics from where these guys come from, too.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got one from Orlando, Florida, and the other one from Las Vegas. That's kind of a culture change. Desert and beaches.
Oh, yeah, desert beaches, wrestling, all those brings lots of people together. Jay with a big backdrop over the top rope on Tony Trouser. Pops right back up. Both men fighting out of the corner. Again, Tony staying on that arm.
He needs to keep on that arm if he can have any chance of winning this match.
Yep, staying on that arm. Very smart wrestling by Tony Trouser here.
I don't know if this is smart going up to the rope. He looks a little shaky there.
Definitely taking his time getting up top. Catches him in midair, does Jay Garland. Uh-oh. Could be setting him up for the special feature. He fails the special feature. I think this is going to do it.
2, 3, it's
And
over.
it's over.
Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
feature
winner
presentation,
of the
Jay
match,
Garland, advancing
and
into the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational. Jay Garland and Antonio Maestre, the first two finalists. We'll find out who that third finalist is later in this week's episode. Here we have the replay. Sets him up perfectly. Tails him into the mat with the special feature. Jay Garland picks up the big one. And now we go to footage from December 4th, 2007. Lucha Reigns attacking his brother Lucha Reigns, setting up this big match we have on January 5th, 2008 at the Broadway Rec Center in Mesa, Arizona. Mask versus mask. Lucha Reigns versus Lucha Reigns. The loser will no longer be able to wear their mask in IZW. You see a vicious attack, JT, on Lucha Reigns by his brother Lucha.
Very relentless right there. I mean, he's just grabbing that cane and sticking it right down his throat. Just down his throat.
It was Beaver Las Vegas directing the actions of Lucha Reigns. These two men traveled up and down the state of Arizona, held the IZW Tag Team Champions together. Brothers in the ring, brothers at home, and here we have him ripping off his mask. Knowing the history of masked wrestlers in the state of Arizona, and especially in Mexico, it's a big tradition to have your mask ripped off. A huge insult, setting up the mask versus mask match on the 5th.
This could be Lucha Reigns right here on the 5th, right here. Humiliation.
We're going to find out what Lucha thinks about his match on the 5th. Let's take it to the backstage interview with
Wrestling fans, we are backstage with Lucha Reigns. Lucha, on January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center, you will go one-on-one with your brother Lucha Reigns, mask versus mask. Tell me how you feel heading into this big match.
Así es, mira, la última vez que yo y mi hermano estuvimos juntos en el ring, me hizo lo que nunca debería haber hecho. Él me traicionó, me pegó por atrás y cobardemente me quitó la máscara. Eso no se hace así. Si quería mi máscara, solo me tenía que haber dicho. Así es, en enero 5 nos vamos a ver las caras, o más bien dicho las máscaras, y veremos quién va a ser el mejor.
Mask versus mask on January 5th. One man will lose the mask that he has worn for his entire career, and we will find out at the Broadway Rec Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my right, from Brooklyn, New York, the New York Giant, AJ Summers. And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by La Shy Girl, from El Paso, Texas, El Cholo, Mike G.
the third and final semi-final matchup as we head to January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center. El Cholo, Mike G, going one-on-one with the New York Giant, AJ Summers. The winner of this match, JT, will join Antonio Maestre and the feature presentation, Jay Garland, as we saw in our opening match, in the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a real good match here between these two guys. And Mike G is more of a stockier guy, while AJ is a smaller guy, but he's quick. So pace against the quicker guy, against a little bit more of a stockier guy here.
Yeah, we're looking at strength versus speed in this one. Of course, AJ Summers may be small in stature, but he's big in heart. And we're going to see him take on the bigger man, El Cholo, Mike G, coming to the ring by La Shy Girl, as he is every week here in the Impact Zone.
And I think that's a big help to Mike G in this match, too, to have a corner woman right there for him.
Always something you got to watch out for if you're AJ Summers. You got to keep one eye in the corner at all times and make sure she's not interfering in the match.
That's thing advantage outside the ring.
especially Beaver Las Vegas.
Big collar and elbow tie up into an amateur takedown there, going for the front chancery. Just trying to gain the early advantage over his opponent is Mike G.
With taking down AJ Summers, he's got to take him down for a while, because if you can slow him down, then he won't be as quick later on in the match.
AJ Summers reversing out of there with the armbar through to his own front chancery. Not easy to take AJ Summers down. You may think he's a shorter wrestler, but it also gives him the lower center of gravity there as he smacks the back of the head, just messing with Mike G, trying to show him that he can do whatever he wants to at any time. Playing to the crowd there a little bit, just trying to get him on his side for this match.
I believe a lot of fans know that these two like each other and have nothing against each other, so it should be very interesting to see how this match plays out with their association with each other.
That's right. As with all of the semifinal matches, they're really more of an athletic competition than your blood-on-blood wrestling feud. Really what the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament is all about, to see who is the best wrestler when they step in between those ropes.
And that also, the winner of that can catapult into various opportunities.
And you're looking at the star of the future, whoever wins this tournament there. Big drop kick to the knee by Summers. Got to follow up on his opponent there. He stomps him down. Working over that leg.
If you're working the leg, that means that you can cut one leg down. There's no use for a one-legged table. He's going to buy one-legged table.
Exactly, and if you're facing the stronger man, which AJ Summers is, you got to take that leg out. Makes it harder for him to throw his weight around. Quick cover there. Only gets a 2 count. Mike G still has plenty left in the tank.
Plenty left in the tank right there by Mike G in this match. Far from over, ladies and gentlemen. I see a real treat for these fans right here. Two fan favorites here on that.
Still working over that leg, AJ Summers. Trying to establish himself in a position to win the match early. So working over that leg, setting him up for later moves.
I think the energy factor definitely has to go to AJ here. He's a quicker one where Mike G can tire out within a couple minutes in the match. I think definitely the energy factor has to go to AJ.
AJ now locking an ankle lock. Just trying to use that leverage, getting over the top. AJ Summers probably the more well-conditioned athlete in this match, although big roll through there by Mike G, sending AJ to the outside.
Mike G getting his marbles together, sending AJ outside the ring. Collect himself, trying to walk on that leg right there.
Yeah, favoring that leg, trying to get the blood flow back into the knee. As AJ Summers still taking a powder on the outside. Definitely hit the floor hard when he got sent into the ring by Mike G. Crawling back in before he gets counted out.
Trying to get circulation there, and that doesn't help much either right there.
No, big drop kick to the knee does not help your leg feel better. 2 count for AJ Summers. Can't pick up the victory.
He hooks the leg though. That's very better move right there. Hook the leg, especially against
Yeah, even though some of these wrestlers are newer to the ring in Impact Zone Wrestling, well-trained athletes all across the board, you're going to see the veterans have shown them a lot of the great moves they need to do, including just simple things like hooking the leg, giving yourself a better advantage when you're going for the pin. Big forearm shots in the corner there by AJ Summers. Working over the midsection of Mike G, just trying to take away a lot of his energy. Going all the way down from the top rope to the bottom.
AJ is like a fury right here.
Big chop from Mike G. AJ played to the crowd a little bit, kind of gave Mike G opportunity to take advantage. Still favoring that leg though is Mike G. Needs to follow up on his man. It's hard to do when you're limping across the ring.
Yeah, I think it's going to take a lot to take down this young guy from El Paso, Texas right here with AJ going after this spot in the IZW Invitational Tournament.
Yeah, both men know what's at stake. A spot in the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament. Of course, you've got El Paso, Texas versus New York City in this match.
Yes, and the graphics are far away. One side of the country, the other.
Big chop from AJ Summers there. Trying to wear down his opponent. Really, a lot of AJ Summers' offense started off working on the leg. Now it's just taking the wind and the energy out of Mike G so that his submission moves and his pin attempts can be more effective.
Stinging chops right there on that chest. I think that's going to hurt, make the chest really red.
AJ Summers definitely packs a punch. Now Irish whip by Mike G. Ducks under the clothesline. Big spine buster by Mike G. May have bought himself some time. Did look like he tweaked that knee again, though,
yes,
JT.
I believe that knee is hurting very bad. It's pressure's really down on that. Oh, go for the cover.
Go for the cover. Only a 2 count for Mike G. Hard to follow up with that leg hurting there.
Of course, and the knee's really getting into trouble.
as much trouble as that knee is giving him, you almost got to worry if he wins the match, what kind of condition is he going to be in come January 5th? And is that something that his opponents need to take notice of? Because you know they're in the back watching this match right now.
I'm sure they're watching very closely and intently to see what they can do to outsmart the other team.
That's right, JT. You can let our fans in know a little bit. Of course, JT O'Sullivan came up from Memphis before moved out to Arizona. JT, let us know what kind of preparation goes into a match as important as a tournament final, which these guys are getting ready to go to on the 5th.
Honestly, I think watching the guys every move, I think you're watching the ring psychology, seeing how they interact with their opponents. I also think it's very important to see what also what their strength is and take that strength and turn it into a weakness.
Oh yeah. JT O'Sullivan giving you insight like you can only get every week on IZW Impulse. Back to the action. AJ Summers trying to fight back. Big forearm in the face of Mike G. Sent him staggering all the way across the ring.
I think AJ's got the steam right now in this match.
As Mike G sent him to the ropes. Big knee to the back. Ouch. But again, Mike G not thinking there. Hits him with that hurt knee. Both these men laying it all on the line. They want a spot in those finals.
You can tell how bad these guys want it just by the way they're wrestling right here.
Yeah, big elbow drop by Mike G. Just a 2 count against AJ Summers. Got to hook that leg, JT.
That was a strong hammer right to the shoulder of AJ.
Shades of Greg the Hammer Valentine here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona.
Very nice.
Big forearm in the face.
Like a club right to the face. Busted or something.
Big clubbing blow right there by Mike G. Hitting him again. Again, pain in that leg, as well as those shots take the wind out of Mike G. Still taking a toll. AJ Summers will not back down.
AJ fighting this bear hug right here.
Big bear hug by Mike G. Trying to wear his opponent down, get himself some breathing room. Let that knee heal up so he can finish this man off.
He's putting that pressure to the lower back, and that's going to be very excruciating because of someone that's bigger than AJ right there, putting a lot of pressure on there. It's got to really wear down AJ right here.
He's got the second time the arm drops for AJ Summers. This could be it, JT. But,
I know there's no gas in there.
He's coming back. Fans are definitely trying to cheer AJ Summers back into this match.
I think both these guys are right here for the pickings right now.
Big forearm shot by AJ Summers, pushing him off. I think Mike G knew that hold was over and decided to get another shot in by throwing him into the corner.
Very aggressive.
Good way to keep the advantage. A lot of times you see him get out of the bear hug and immediately take over. Smart move by Mike G. Of course, AJ Summers turning the tide, coming off the second rope with a press. Caught by Mike G. Again, the power game coming into play.
DT.
Black hole slam there by Mike G. Is AJ Summers. Did he turn that into a DDT, JT?
Yes, he did. Caught it into a DDT right there. Very observant right there. AJ.
Smart move by AJ Summers. Going up top into the lights here at the sets.
Frog splash right here. Feeling froggy right here.
Big time frog splash by AJ Summers on Mike G. Does he have him? That's it. It is over, and AJ Summers advancing into the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament against Mike G. He will join Antonio Mestre in the feature presentation, Jay Garland, in the finals of the tournament on January 5th. Big victory. Let's take a look at the replay here. As he comes off the top with the frog splash. Tremendous amount of impact to get the 3 count.
Backstage with Antonio Mestre. Antonio, you have also advanced to the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament. What are your thoughts on your big match on January 5th?
It's a big match with 2 big people. Well, AJ Summers and Jay Garland. See, let me go ahead and play a little history facts for you, okay? 2007, all the IZW fans went ahead and wrote to Santa and said, "Dear Santa Claus, can you have Antonio Mestre in the Invitational Tournament? That would make our Christmas." And I showed up. And I won against one Judo Jimmy Daniels with a kick to the head. So my Christmas present to myself was the kick to the head to advance me on to the finals. January 5th, the Broadway Rec Center, to give me my New Year's resolution of 2008 to go on to win that match itself. See, AJ Summers and Jay Garland are phenomenal athletes. AJ Summers, the military kid who served a term in Iraq. Jay Garland, who holds a victory over me. Doesn't matter. See, this is a 3-way dance, and we all know I'm the best when it comes to dancing. So it doesn't matter how tall you are, how small you are, it matters who's laying on their back at the end of that match. And I can put this down on record, that I plan on being the only man not laying on his back. But then again, maybe those two are used to that. And that's something you can count on. Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected. We'll find out on January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center if Antonio Mestre is indeed the last man standing and the champion of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament. We are backstage with the New York Giant, AJ Summers. Now AJ, on January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center, you will enter the ring to face Antonio Mestre and the feature presentation Jay Garland in the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament. How do you prepare for what many have called the biggest match in your career?
I mean, what can I say? It's Antonio Mestre, Jay Garland, two very, very top contenders here in IZW. Me being fairly new here, I had to earn my keep coming into this match. I'm just going in there with all my fan support, 100% of heart and dedication, trying to prove that I deserve to be here in IZW and I deserve to win this tournament.
AJ Summers enters the tournament finals on January 5th. We will find out if he can cement his reputation and jumpstart his career in IZW. Wrestling fans, this is Greg DeMarco, backstage with Jay Garland. Jay, you have advanced to the finals of the Impact Zone Wrestling Invitational Tournament, January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center. What do you think of your opponents that night, AJ Summers and Antonio Mestre?
That's right, Greg. January 5th, 2008. The biggest show in Arizona history. I'll be climbing into the ring with two other phenomenal athletes, if I may say so myself. One, Antonio Mestre, the other, the New York Giant, AJ Summers.
Jay, what are you going to do to overcome not just one opponent, but two opponents and capture that trophy?
Well, let me tell you something, Greg. Since returning to the ring earlier last year, I've been training harder and harder than ever. And I'm determined to win this match. I'm determined to go on and become one of the greatest superstars to ever step foot inside of a wrestling ring here in Arizona. So AJ Summers, Antonio Mestre, with all due respect, I appreciate everything that you guys do in this business, but I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to bring come January 5th.
There you have it, wrestling fans. We'll see if that training has paid off and if Jay Garland can cement his reputation in the state of Arizona, January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Impact Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Your referee is Justin Freemeyer. Introducing first, the challenger. Hailing from Gilbert, Arizona, weighing in tonight at 190 pounds, he is the Grand Canyon State Gladiator, Jacob the Riot Herzberg. And his opponent, returning to IZW from a successful tour of Japan, from Hilo, Hawaii, weighing in tonight at 235 pounds, he is a three-time and reigning Impact Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. Wait. Now, right before I left for Japan, we actually met right here in the squared circle, and if I don't recall correctly, I believe you did tap out before Triple X made his little appearance. Now, what I went ahead and did, and I was thinking, I'm like, I think you were a little frustrated at the last match.
No, he's not.
Please allow me to finish my sentence. Thank you. Now, I noticed you were just a little bit frustrated, and I don't know if that's because Your girlfriend got a lane, so I think she enjoyed it. How you doing, sweetheart? But then I think you were just a little bit out of your element. So, I was thinking, the gladiator, the Grand Canyon State Gladiator, I went out and I got a regulation singlet just for you, and also a regulation headgear. So maybe you feel a little bit more at home. So if you don't mind, let me.
Are you serious? You know who you're talking to, Mike?
Now I'm gonna let him call the shots. So when he's ready, when he's all warmed up, he's gonna ring the bell. He's gonna look at you. You ring the bell. All right. So right now, if you want to wrestle like an amateur, we're gonna wrestle like an amateur. All right.
Put your headgear on, buddy. Get your face card ready because you're about to get your frequent flyer miles, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time here at IZW Impulse, and ladies and gentlemen, we got two amateur wrestlers right here, collegiate amateur wrestlers right here. One who wrestled for the Army and also wrestled in college, the IZW World Heavyweight Champion, Hawaiian Lion. On the other side, you've got a Grand Canyon State Gladiator, Jacob the Riot Herzberg, who's been wrestling since 7th grade. Started his journey with his name on the wall and various medals and state championship. He's now one half of the IZW World Tag Team Champions.
JT just taking my seat back now from doing the ring introductions to that match. I hope you enjoyed them.
Oh, I did.
It is main event time, as I'm sure you were telling everybody. Two great athletes, Hawaiian Lion John Williams, Jacob the Riot Herzberg. This is a big shot for Jacob the Riot Herzberg. Another shot at the IZW World Heavyweight title.
So quick for this guy, young age. Only 20 years old right here. 20 years old going for the world title for a second time. Pretty impressive.
20 years old, and by the end of tonight, he could be one half of the IZW Tag Team Champions. His partner in the 602 Wrecking Crew, the Irish Hand Grenade, Marty Murphy at ringside. He can hold that belt as well as the IZW World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Hawaiian Lion John Williams has held that title since March of this year. So you're looking at a 9-month-long title reign that could come to an end right here tonight.
And Jacob the Riot Herzberg can definitely do that. He's definitely got the skills, the ability, and everything to take that title away from John Lyon.
The night that Hawaiian Lion won the title, Jacob the Riot Herzberg was barely starting his career in professional wrestling, and now he gets a shot. Oh, he jumps him from behind. They started this match with amateur style, but obviously Jacob used that to his advantage. Hawaiian Lion still with the amateur headgear on as we finally get things underway.
Never turn your back on the opponent, especially someone of Jacob the Riot Herzberg's credentials. Ooh, chops, Chop City.
Big chops from Lion. Lion, of course, returning from Japan. There's the Hawaiian Lion trademark chop that we're all used to seeing. Returning from a successful tour of Japan, defended the IZW World Heavyweight Championship on multiple occasions. Many promotions, JT, will call their title a World Heavyweight title. But actually, oh, what's this? Lion with a huge dive! Over the top rope, taking out both Jacob the Riot and his partner, both members of the 602 Wrecking Crew, on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's speed up the fans now. How Lion was stating, these two met right before Lion went off to Japan, and that match ended in a disqualification victory for Hawaiian Lion because of the interference by Lion's opponent on the 5th, Triple X Lawrence Tyler, right when Lion was trying to power drive Jacob the Riot in that match.
Right, it will be as long as Lion is successful in this match. He will face Triple X Lawrence Tyler on January the 5th for an opportunity to unify the NWA Arizona Heavyweight Championship with Lion's Impact Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. And as I was saying, many promotions, JT, will call their title a World Heavyweight title. But to be an official World Heavyweight title, your belt has to be defended overseas, outside of the country, which IZW has done on numerous occasions, making the Hawaiian Lion the IZW World Heavyweight Champion, and Lion continuing that legacy during his recent trip to Japan.
And a good champion is a fighting champion, not a closet champion. And Hawaiian Lion definitely is a fighting champion, taking on all comers.
Yeah, Lion will take on all comers. In the ring as well, and Lion the big stomps in the back from Jacob the Riot Herzberg. Of course, as we've been talking about all week this week on IZW, January the 5th, the Unification Show. The 602 Wrecking Crew will be involved in a unification match against Native Blood. The 602 Wrecking Crew defending the IZW Tag Team Championships. That match will also be for the vacant NWA Arizona Tag Team Championships. And then, of course, in the main event, as it stands right now, the Hawaiian Lion will go one-on-one with Triple X Lawrence Tyler, and the winner will leave the very best wrestler in the state of Arizona, holding both prestigious championships.
That's definitely an honor that one of those two men could have and glunt all over it up.
Yeah, a unique situation for Jacob the Riot Herzberg. If he wins this match, he will have to be involved in both unification matches, including the one against his mentor, Triple X Lawrence Tyler. And at 20 years old, if Jacob the Riot Herzberger wins this match and goes on and wins on January 5th, he would be the unified champion for all of Arizona. Could you imagine, JT, 20-year-old man with bragging rights at the very best in the entire state?
Well, and I know that Jacob, if he had those bragging rights, would definitely use them to good force.
Talk about kickstarting a career, being a unified heavyweight champion at 20 years old. Big elbow here to the face of the fight. Jacob the Riot Herzberg with a tremendous opportunity that starts tonight.
Oh, yeah. And it definitely shows in his wrestling. He has a hunger in the ring right there. It's like a shark that smells blood. That is Jacob the Riot Herzberg when he's in the ring.
Yeah, we've definitely seen it. We saw that on last week's episode, and we saw footage of the 602 record for winning those tag team titles. And Hawaiian Lion, one thing he has to be mindful of, we talked about it earlier, is we see Marty Murphy choking Hawaiian Lion out. You've got to watch out for the man's partner. We talked about it with Mike G and the Shy Girl, and now we're seeing it in action as Marty Murphy taking every opportunity to give his tag team partner the advantage against the champ.
And Jacob the Riot using good ring psychology right there, grabbing senior referee Justin Freemeyer right there and distracting him so the Marty can get in those shots to weaken the Lion more for Jacob's initial assault.
That's right. We would be remiss to not mention senior referee Justin Freemeyer in this match. I introduced him when I did my ring introductions for this big contest. If there's a big match in IZW, you're most likely going to see Justin Freemeyer calling the action. As Jacob Herzberg rolls his opponent back into the ring, 2 count, had his foot on the ropes, didn't factor into the 3 count, but you got to watch out for that. And it looks like Jacob was seen doing that by the referee because he was giving him a little bit of the business about cheating to win the match.
Jacob could use any methods necessary to get that title. He wants it that bad, he will do what he has to do to get it.
When you're close to having the title in your grasp, you're going to pull out every way possible. Big chin breaker there by Jacob as he tries to keep the advantage.
Exclamation point right there with a kick.
Oh yeah, big kicks to the chest of Hawaiian Lion, trying to knock the air out of the big man. Of course, Hawaiian Lion is the 3-time IZW World Heavyweight Championship. This is 3rd reign, has gone on since March of this year. He has faced Triple X Lawrence Tyler many times for the IZW World Heavyweight Championship, as well as other times in the past. Those 2 men have a storied history, and a history that big kick to the face.
Wowzers.
Hawaiian Lion. Jacob might be out there over the head, belly-to-belly suplex.
Jacob the Riot flew like a 360 right there.
Hawaiian Lion. You can hear the crowd supporting Lion there. Lion definitely getting excited, want to take it to his opponent. Big suplex. Nope, Jacob able to flip out of it. Oh, big knees right to the face. He reversed it.
Catches him.
Catches him with the ankle lock. This could spell the end for Jacob the Riot Herzberg early in this match.
Oh, what's going on here?
Looks distracted. Triple X Lawrence Tyler. He's back out again.
Oh
definitely bragging. You can hear him right now saying, "Who's the real champ?" He's got his title, the NWA Arizona Heavyweight Championship.
Jacob
Codebreaker there by Jacob.
Devastating maneuver. Devastating.
Drops him down on the knee.
Going for that signature clothesline of his.
Huge lariat. This could do it. Triple X Lawrence Tyler may have won the match for his protege, except for the fact that Jacob's slow to make the cover.
Jacob being very unwise right there, not going for the cover right away. Hooks
There's
the leg
cover by Jacob, realizing what he did. Almost got the 3 count.
Millimeter right there, millimeter.
Now we've got Navajo Warrior, GQ Gallo back out to the ring. Navajo and the Ghost Walker. Those 2 gentlemen will face the 602 Wrecking Crew on January 5th.
Jacob pounding Hawaiian Lion right there in the face. Pounding him.
Lion grabs him with the ankle lock again.
Ankle lock!
Ringside area, very crowded right now. Could this do it? Could this be the end? Grapevines the legs. It's going to be hard for Jacob to get out.
Is Jacob going to tap?
He taps!
He taps!
Hawaiian Lion successfully defends the IZW World Heavyweight Championship. Will face Triple X Lawrence Tyler on January the 5th at the Broadway Recreation Center in Mesa, Arizona. Right now we're going to try to throw it to the replay so we can see what happened. Grapevines the leg makes it impossible for Jacob the Riot Herzberger to escape. No choice but to tap out there. Lion John Williams stands victorious, retaining the IZW World Heavyweight Championship. Triple X Lawrence Tyler, the NWA Arizona Heavyweight Champion, getting in the ring. JT, things could get heated.
Oh my.
We've got both men in the ring. It's starting to get crowded. We've got GQ Gallo, the Navajo Warrior, both members of the 602 Wrecking Crew in the ring. We're going to stay with this as long as we can, JT. We could have a brawl as we lead to January 5th. Oh boy. Both men have some heated words for each other. We're running out of time. We got to go. We will see you on January 5th.